بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. Alhamdulillah, we have tawfiq to continue our reflections on the life of Prophet Shu'ayb based on the Qur'an. So we talked about what Prophet Shu'ayb told his people, and the quiz, like a discussion, continues at in the verse 90. We talked about وَاسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ ثُمَّ تُوبُوا إِلَيْهِ إِنَّ رَبِّي رَحِيمٌ وَدُودٌ. And I explained that why he says first رَبَّكُمْ and then he says Rabbi. We talked about this also. خب, what is the answer? Unfortunately, they gave very bad answer, not logical answer. First of all, قالوا يا شعيب ما نفقه كثيرا مما تقول. Oh Shu'ayb, we don't understand much of what you say. Many of the things that you say, we don't understand. Although Prophet Shu'ayb was Khatibul Anbiya, was very eloquent, even among the prophets who themselves were eloquent, he was very eloquent among the prophets. He was outstanding. But in order to somehow humiliate him and undermine him, they want to say what you say is absurd. They don't want to say that what you say is too deep and we don't understand. No, they want to say what you say is meaningless. It's confusing. ما نفقه كثيرا مما تقول. We don't understand much of what you say. Number two, وَإِنَّا لَنَرَاكَ فِينَا ضَعِيفًا. Also, we don't see you among us except as a weak person. So don't think you have any power to pressurize us, any physical power or money, etc., that you can use to humble us. وَلَوْلَا رَحْتُكَ لَرَجَمْنَاكَ. Had it not been because of your tribe, because of your extended family, we would have stoned you to the death. وَمَا أَنْتَ عَلَيْنَا بَعَزِيزٍ. And you are not someone who is difficult for us to defeat. You don't enjoy a kind of firm izzah before us. So they try to undermine his logic, undermine his power. قَالَ يَا قَوْمِ. Then Prophet Shu'ayb replied, my people. Again, as you remember, we said many times, we say Ya Qawm when we read the stories of the prophets, how they responded to the people that even were against them. They were saying Ya Qawm أَرَهْطِي أَعَزُّ عَلَيْكُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ. You said because of my family, extended family, you are not going to stone me to death. Does it mean that my people are more honorable to you than Allah? They have more dignity to you than Allah? Because you are not listening to Allah, you are not obeying Him. وَاتَّخَذْتُمُوهُ وَرَاءَكُمْ ظِهْرِيًّا. Unfortunately, you have put God behind yourself. You have left God behind. إن ربي بما تعملون محيط, but truly my Lord is very encompassing about what you do. ويا قوم اعملوا على مكانتكم إني عامل سوف تعلمون من يأتيه عذاب يخزيه ومن هو كاذب وارتقبوا إني معكم رقيب. So he said, "O my people, whatever means and resources you have, use it and act. I am also going to act, and then you would see who is more successful. You would see who is the one that azab comes to him, a kind of azab which is humiliating." And you would see who is a liar. وَارْتَقِبُوا إِنِّي مَعَكُمْ رَقِيب. Monitor, and I'm monitoring with you, watching with you. Again, the tribe and the people of Shu'ayb were not listening. So prophets, messengers used to give lots of warning, try to educate people. They don't listen. Then they say, if you don't listen, you would have these consequences. There would be punishment. They warn them, but if they don't accept and show any softness, then they might be destroyed with punishment. So after he said وَيَا قَوْمِ اعْمَلُوا عَلَى مَكَانَتِكُمْ, meaning that with whatever resources you have, act, is basically, they say it's like a threat. I am not afraid of you. Whatever you can do, do it. But you would see to whom humiliating punishment would come. وَمَنْ هُوَ كَاذِبٌ, and you would see who is a liar. وَارْتَقِبُوا إِنِّي مَعَكُمْ رَقِيب. Watch, monitor. I am also with you, watching and monitoring to see what is going to happen. وَلَمَّا جَاءَ أَمْرُنَا نَجَّيْنَا شُعَيْبًا وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مَعَهُ بِرَحْمَةٍ مِنَّا. When they were supposed to be punished, as we will explain through Sayha, now Allah is saving Shu'ayb and people who have done their part. They have done Amr Ma'ruf Nahi as Munkar. People didn't listen to them. They are not in trouble. They are going to be saved. نَجَّيْنَا شُعَيْبًا وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مَعَهُ بِرَحْمَةٍ مِنَّا. One of the functions of Rahmah is protects. وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي. وَأَخَذَتِ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا الصَّيْحَةُ. Shu'ayb was saved, believers were saved, but the Zalimin, the oppressors, a big cry from the sky came and killed them. So they were dead in their own places while they have fell down on their face and in front of the body. So he says, فَأَصْبَحُوا فِي دِيَارِهِمْ جَاثِمِينَ. Azab istisal came, and in their own houses, in their own districts, in their own city, they were destroyed. It is said that for a few days they had very hot situation. For 7 days it was very hot day, no breathing, no cloud. And then after that a cloud appeared in the sky and there was a nice breeze. They came out and tried to benefit from the shadow of that cloud, but then a thunder came and made lots of noise and they were killed. The way they were killed was as if they didn't exist. كَأَلَّمْ يَغْنَوْا فِيهَا. They were so much erased, as if they didn't exist there. أَلَا بُعْدًا لِمَدْيَنَ كَمَا بَعِدَتْ ثَمُودَ. May the people of Madian, like the people of Thamud, be kept far away. ألا بعدا لمدين كما بعدت ثمود. Then we enter a story of Prophet Musa here, although in some other places we have a story of marriage of Prophet Musa with the daughter of Shu'ayb, and here that part is not mentioned, but in other places it is mentioned. So this is a kind of conversation back and forth, and Prophet Shu'ayb continued, but without, of course, reaching the point of mira, which means just becomes useless and repetitive. What I would like to share with you is the relation between Prophet Shu'ayb and Prophet Musa. How did it start? Of course, we are familiar with Prophet Musa meeting two daughters of Shu'ayb who were waiting for people to take water and go, so that the place, the spring, the fountain becomes clear and empty, and they can take. You know the story. And then he went with them to Prophet Shu'ayb and he said, you can marry my daughter, but you have to work for me 8 years or 10 years, etc. There is a story that we find in some hadith. For example, one hadith says, روي أن شعيب أو شعيبا عليه السلام بكى حتى عمي. He cried so much that he became blind. فرد الله عليه بصره. Allah gave him back his sight. ثم بكى. Again he cried حتى عمي. He became again blind. فرد الله عليه بصره ثم بكى حتى عمي. Then for the third time he cried and Allah gave him his eyes. فأوحى الله إليه يا شعيب. Then Allah revealed to him, communicated to him, O Shu'ayb, why you cry basically so much and you become blind? إن كان هذا البكاء لأجل الجنة فقد أبحتها لك. If you are crying to go to heaven, okay, I gave you access to heaven. إن كان من أجل النار. If you are crying out of fear for Jahannam, فقد حرمتها عليك. I made it haram on you, so it's not going to hurt you. So what do you want? فقال الله. I don't want any of these two. بل شوقا إليك. It's just out of my eagerness for you. فقال الله تعالى لأجل هذا أخدمتك النبي وكليم موسى 10 سنين. Allah said, because of this love that you have for me, I am going to make my prophet and my Kalim, meaning Hazrat Musa, to serve you for 10 years. So that was Allah's plan. Alhamdulillah, we managed to finish the story of Prophet Shu'ayb. Inshallah, from the next session, we will start the stories related to Prophet Musa ala nabiyina wa alayhi salam. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.